Hey friend, welcome to Self Transformed, a podcast redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits. I'm your host, Emily Nichols, certified personal trainer, Whole30 coach, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I know the struggle is real when it comes to taking care of you. I too am a busy working mom who felt physically and emotionally drained until I took action on my own transformation journey. I finally found the solutions to feeling confident and living a healthy lifestyle that doesn't feel hard, and now I'm on a mission to equip you with sustainable tools to help transform your life from the inside out, guilt-free. Together, we will simplify your health and fitness into daily habits that don't feel like another thing on your long to-do list, but daily actions that light you up instead. So if you're ready to redefine self-care and step into your own self-transformation, then let's do this. You're listening to episode 119 of Self Transformed. Hey friend, welcome back to the show. Happy November. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's almost the end of the year. I can't believe it's November 1st. I hope you had a really great Halloween weekend. You can head over to my Instagram stories to check out what my husband and I were this year and our kiddos as well. Oh my goodness. My oldest, Dylan, he's 13. He dressed up as a dad, like the New Balances and everything. So pretty much dressing like my dad, like his grandpa, which was so fun. And, you know, we talked about this a lot in my live classes at Orangetheory this past weekend. I was like, friends, if you want the candy, don't feel like you have to work to earn it. Have the candy if you want it. Just don't let that spiral into eating candy for like the next 3 weeks, right? Absolutely. I know I'm going to enjoy myself some fun size Kit Kats and Twix because those are my favorite. And the fun size are more fun. I like them better that way. Anyway, I want to make sure you are a member of my Facebook community. You can go to bit.ly/selftransformedfam to join the free Facebook community. I have another free training coming up and a very super exciting announcement and giveaway happening over in that group that I'm going to actually announce later this week on Thursday, November 4th. So go ahead and make sure you're in the group now. That way you don't miss out because they are always the first to know when I have some new things coming up, and this is a really exciting announcement. I'm actually getting ready to start a 3-part habit series. So starting this Thursday the 4th and next Monday and Thursday the following week, I have a 3-part series all on making habits work for you. Okay, some simple strategies that you can start implementing now to make new habits stick, stop the cycle of starting and stopping over again. And this applies not only to your health, but all areas of your life. I feel like we could use this right now because we're going into that busy holiday season. We're getting ready to start setting goals. I know a lot of people do New Year resolutions, which is great. So I want to help set you up now thinking about what your habits are going to look like. So there's a link in the show notes. Always come join the Facebook community so you can learn about this giveaway and fun announcement first before we start this 3-part habit series here on the show. So friend, you can do hard things. This is something I say a lot to myself when I'm going through something hard, whether it be like a hard workout or a hard physical challenge or something just hard in my life in general. I can do hard things. When you are able to conquer something physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, it makes you stronger on the other side to handle other hard things that come your way. Because let's face it, life is hard, but if you are able to equip yourself with the mental and physical strength to handle these hard things, it's going to make your life a little bit easier. And I was waiting to record this episode after I did a really cool, very hard challenge with a few of my girlfriends who are down for trying hard things with me. But this all started, before I get into the story of the hard things we just did this past weekend, I want to share a little bit about where this came from. So a couple months back, I saw on Instagram, Melissa Urban, the co-founder of Whole30, she had been wearing like a weighted vest when she was out walking and doing some workouts in the gym. And I thought, oh, that looks fun, you know, and I like to walk. And I'm like, why not add a little extra challenge to it and wear a weight vest. And it's actually a ruck vest, from GoRuck. It's kind of the standard that the military use, and you can buy like a 20-pound plate to put in it or various different weights. So I decided to get one too. Then she brought on I think it was on an IG Live, or she was talking about this book called The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter. And the more she was talking about it, I was like, okay, gotta listen to this book. And I listened to it. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And I listened to it again when we drove to Florida for fall break a couple weeks ago, because my husband, I was like, babe, you have to listen to this book. You're gonna love it. He loved it so much as well. But pretty much what the comfort crisis is all about is, so Michael Easter, the author, he goes on like a hunting expedition in Alaska with a professional caribou hunter. And he goes back and forth from this story of hunting in Alaska and the weight he lost and not being connected to that technology, the coldness, that the act of connecting back in nature, and how something doing so hard, it changed him. It changed the core of him and really got back to who he is. And like I said, he goes back and forth and gives a lot of different stories in between this hunting expedition about reasons why we aren't doing hard things as a society now. We have heat, we have AC, we have food at our disposal at any time. And life, does get hard, but a lot of the conveniences of life are pretty easy, and we're not really challenging ourselves anymore. And he talked about something called a Misogy. So in one of his interviews that he did throughout the book, he was interviewing a trainer who started doing something called a Misogy. So what it is, it's an ancient Japanese practice that is focused on purification. Okay, it cleanses you of all of what the definition is. It cleanses you of all of your accumulated defilements. So almost like not necessarily your sins, but maybe your worldly things that aren't letting you be true to who you are. So, but by doing so, you really reestablish a harmonious relationship with yourself and everything around you. So it's not necessarily like baptism, like in the Christian community, like where my faith comes from, but it's more so about going out about an expedition, doing something hard and letting it purify you. Okay, it's letting it purify you. So, and when they were talking about a Misogy, they were like, go and do a hard challenge. It can be anything. The first rule is not to die, but also make sure it was challenging enough that you weren't sure if maybe you could actually do it or finish it. And another thing about it was you don't need to do it just to brag on social media about it. It's just doing your own hard thing. And it really brought me back in 2015 when my husband and I started our own transformation journey. We started with the Whole30, then we started doing Spartan races. We started doing all these challenges outside, and we just felt so more connected to each other and ourselves and God. And it just made me want to think about doing other hard things. Right? So pretty much the way he describes this whole story of this caribou hunt and all these other Misogys, these challenges or purification expeditions, if you will, it can dramatically improve your health and happiness and just understand what it means to be human again. Right? So being closer to nature, unplugging, realigning our bodies and minds is something we don't take a lot of time to do. But by going out and doing some hard challenges every once in a while, it will help purify your soul. Trust me, friend. I've done it. I was craving it so much. I've been craving something like this after I read this book, and I was talking with one of my girlfriends, Ashley, and she was like, yeah, I feel like, I'm looking for a new challenge. And I said, well, I've just been reading this book, and I heard about, getting a GoRuck vest, and there's this weighted step-up challenge. So wearing this weighted vest, a 20-pound weighted vest, and stepping up on a box for 1,000 reps. That's happening on October 29th. Would you be interested in trying that out, or, forming a team of some other girls to divvy up the 100,000, or not 100,000, woo, that would be a lot, 1,000 rep step-ups. And she was totally down. So we got 4 girlfriends, my besties, KJ, Erin, and Ashley. And this past weekend, we all got together in my garage, and we each did 250 weighted step-ups, and it was hard, y'all. It's actually called the CHAD1000x workout. It's in honor of the SEAL Chad Wilkinson. He unfortunately took his life back in 2018 due to the effects of PTSD from serving. And really the goal of the workout is to honor Chad's life and legacy and to raise awareness for suicide prevention and veterans' mental health. So we decided to do the CHAD1000x together. Like I said, we each took 250 reps, and it was really hard. But you know what also was hard was finding the freaking time to do it. So between 4 busy working moms, we were supposed to do it on Friday, 10/29, and we were like, okay, we can maybe make this work in between this little pocket of time, but we're going to have to be rushed to get it done and like get back to what we were doing. So we just, it was really hard figuring out a time to do it. Just that in itself was, but we weren't going to let that deter us. So from there, we just rescheduled it. We did it on a Saturday, the 30th, the next day instead, after I was done coaching at Orangetheory. And it was amazing. We were all on such a freaking high and so hype afterwards. And we were like, what's next? What challenge can we do next? So we're thinking about doing some monthly challenges together, just some things that we can do on our own, put together on our own. Doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be like, ooh, look at me, I'm doing hard things. Just because that feeling, that high, that hype we felt, that community and raising each other. I mean, we were cheering each other on to get to those 250 reps each. And it felt so good when we were done and felt so amazing to cheer each other on. I know more women could use that in their lives. So I want to challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and find your own Misogy, find your own hard, challenging thing that you could do. A physical challenge to help build you up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and see how that makes an impact in your life. Just try something. Just try something, whatever feels hard to you, because what's hard for me may not be hard for you or the next person down the road. This was such a fun challenge, and it is creating a new snowball effect in my life. We've talked about snowball effect and those keystone habits when you start doing new little habits, how it snowballs into so many other healthy habits in your life. But this is something I'm turning into a new habit in my life to raise up other women, specifically my girlfriends that we did the Step Up Challenge with, but anyone's welcome always to join us, to challenge ourselves to do hard things, to build up that mental strength. So when the hard things in life happen, you can do it. You can handle it. You can do hard things, friends, and I want that for you. So I will include a link in the show notes if you want to join us in the Facebook community. And like I said, go check out The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter. You will love this book. I loved listening to it. My husband loved listening to it. I've been recommending it to so many people and their husbands as well because it's a really, really great book. Just to really help you think about how to do hard things, how to purify yourself and connect back to the purest, truest version of you. Okay? So let me know what hard things you're going to do to help build up that mental strength. Tag me in a post on Instagram at EmilyNichols22. And like I said, come join the free Facebook community so you can hear our fun announcement and giveaway coming up very soon. And make sure to tune in later this week for the beginning episode number 1 of this 3-part habit series I'll be starting this week. So gang, sending you all lots of love as always, and you can do hard things. Hey girl, real quick before you go, if you love today's show and know your girlfriends need to hear this message too, then grab a screenshot, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at EmilyNichols22, because the more mamas out there hearing this message, the more empowered we'll all feel to take care of ourselves so we can pour from a full cup. Or the number one way you can thank me for this podcast is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas will find the show here too. Love you and appreciate you, girlfriends. See you next time.